So what did the fish say when it swam into a wall?
What did the fish say, Kiz?
Damn.
That's even better. Yeah. Love it.
Hi, welcome back to Virtually Real. This is Corey, and he likes playing with Squid-balls.
Hanging them around my neck. What is this thing? Ah, how cool is that?
Capital of temptation. Anyway,
I knew you were flirting with me. I knew she was flirting with me.
Hey,
I wonder if I can do something tricky here. Maybe some parkour. Parkour. Ah, almost parkour.
those two troopers already left the ship and went searching for the spaceport.
Whoa.
Okay, I'll lead the way. Recruit, follow me.
So I just want to say that you've had me, this game suckered me in. Oh mate, they have really stepped up VR for this thing.
Hey Corey, thanks for coming over today.
No worries, kids, my pleasure.
Now you came over to play Hubris,
That's correct.
the one-person sci-fi adventure.
Yep.
What were your first impressions?
I actually really love this game. I think the graphics were spot on. I think the mechanics of the game, climbing and all that kind of stuff, were spot on. And it just kind of kept me interested. There was heaps of stuff to interact with and whatnot. So yeah, no, I really enjoyed.
Which has the ability to adapt to most
look at
environments
this.
you will encounter.
All right, love it. Ah, yes. All right. This is really, really cool. It actually feels like the response in the grips make you feel like you're like pulling through water. Oh, how cool is that? What a weird fruit. My brain actually went into like salivation mode then, like I was expecting to taste something. All right, I still got 2 more of those batteries. So these will go in here. Oh, that feels good. The response. Oh, I'm fully into this like storyline already.
It wakes you up on a spaceship with a little porthole with a planet outside, and that's where you kind of do your tutorial. And yeah, it looks amazing. And it controls pretty well.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I really kind of liked the way it just felt a little bit more kind of solid and immersive, the way you grip things and everything like that. It just kind of felt, I don't know, the interactivity, I guess, of the game, the way you can interact with pretty much anything made it really kind of immersive.
Yeah, I mean, games can be hit and miss like this as well, where if the interactivity is not there, but this one does seem to nail it. It's like when you're swimming, it feels like you're swimming. When you're climbing, it feels like you're climbing.
Look at the fish. Jellyfish.
Listen carefully.
Oh, how cool is that? You have to like skirt around the side. Bit of rock climbing.
Clearly made from some organic substance. You know what? I bet the O database can get us some more info on this.
How cool is that?
That's
Something
what
goes
it is.
in there.
Squid arms go in. Oh, that looks like a torpedo gun. Let's get out there and hunt some squids. Oh, and bring back some arms.
I'm glad that she's giving me tips now. I appreciate it. Oh, you're going to come at me too.
Once it gets you over the tutorial and you land on the planet, you're thrown straight into the water.
Yeah, yep.
Did we enjoy the swimming mechanic and the squid killing?
Yeah, well, I jumped in and the squid kind of looked friendly. I swam up to a squid and it attacked me, and I realized that this planet wasn't friendly and I needed to kill everything. So I went up, found a gun, went back into the water and started shooting the squid. But I needed those squid to turn into juice, basically, right?
Well, it was to turn into the squid balls. So you got the squid balls that you have to throw across.
Yeah,
and
that's right.
the throw mechanic worked great, and then you could
Yeah, that's right. And that was, again, the interactivity, like the ability, you could just like get this big, long, stretchy thing and hook half of it onto the wall and throw it across and then climb across that. Brilliant.
And
genius.
It's great, isn't it? Because they didn't need to do that. They could have just had a
rope.
They could have had a rope, a fox line there, but it's like, no, you have to kill squid, make squid balls, play with those balls and throw them across.
Yeah. And it's funny because you make this thing and you don't actually know what it's for initially, and you just kind of literally just playing with these two big gooey balls. And then you just juggle them around and you're like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, hang on, there's a ball-sized hole there. I think we're free from octopi. Oh, this is cool. Kieran, I think I'm gonna need more than 1 day on this game. And imagine I'm gonna just run and jump, because the landscapes in this are incredible. They're awesome. All right. Really just need to distract those guys. What have I got here that I can distract them with? Wrong side.
Good. They seem to like that food.
Now, as you're moving through this world, and when I was playing it, I'm not sure if you got to the same point where there was climbing, there was swimming, there was squid, climbing, swimming, squid. And just as I got to the part where I was like, I'm a bit bored of this now, it threw something else in, and you get to the base. Yeah. And there's some crabs, some crab-like insect creatures. There's some fruit. There's having to move. You remember, you have to climb the stairs and move the big crane, I suppose you call it.
Yeah.
Space crane.
Right. Yeah. You had to climb up to the top of it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, I just did have to just man up. Just need to move this thing. Okay. Up there. Oh yeah, there we go. We can climb up. Woo! Oh, this thing's gonna be a beast to drive if I get to drive it. Yes. So many times, yes. Ah, there we go. I don't know how far, I don't know how far I was, if I was 10% or 5% or 2% into the game, but it did continue to kind of throw new challenges at you, which was quite cool as well. Because you can, I guess, with such a cool universe, you could just get lazy and not necessarily make it particularly progressive. But it did feel like they were progressing quite well through a bit of a story. Yeah,
you did about an hour and a half. So you're probably about 10, 15% through the game, and I'm about halfway through, and it does keep throwing stuff at you.
Yeah. Don't like you. Nothing behind me. Oh, another one. Ah, what a bad shot that was. So squids aren't a thing anymore. Cool. All right. That was silly. Don't know what I just did then. I pressed the wrong button. Don't know what you are, but I'm going to keep you for later. All right, so I'm going to assume that fan is pushing air up. Either that or it's just going to chop me into tiny little pieces. That's what I thought. I almost made it though. I just needed to jump.
It does look beautiful. I feel like it feels possibly maybe a tiny bit sparse. That would be my only complaint. Does that make sense when you're kind of in there? Yeah. I know it's an abandoned spaceport thing, and you're trying to find your way through, but it did feel, because it's so big and the ceilings are high and stuff like that, it sometimes felt like.
I think that's actually, for me, that was part of the mystique of the game though, because you're isolated, you're on this, and I think by creating that space you feel more alone. because there's less around you and stuff. So I think for me, being there and having that kind of landscape around me actually made me feel more alone, made me feel like I was on some isolated planet in the middle of nowhere. If it's really tight, your vision is quite tight in a tunnels or whatever it is, and you don't necessarily get that feeling of being alone in this massive planet by yourself. Makes me salivate every time. Oh, what the hell is that thing? So many of these things in here. That's what's making the beat and the music. Ah! I didn't realize they jumped. I hadn't seen him do that yet. Seriously, how many more of you? Ah. That was my I did want to do that. Then I was like, man, am I just being destructive? These things are creepy as hell. Egg sack.
So yeah, so you managed to get quite far into the base in the playtime that you had. A mix of exploration, shooting, climbing, swimming, crafting.
Yep.
All seems to work. All wrapped up in a nice sci-fi bow, which is which is all good.
Yeah, and again, it's kind of one of those things that when you want to get out of this world and go into an imaginary world, you kind of want it to take you away, and this one really did. Yeah, for sure. It transports you there. Yeah, for sure. All right, what do we got here? It's force field. Of course it's a force field. Oh, what are those things? Don't know if I have to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. See all my sweat on the ground over there. This doesn't like me. Okay, there's something I'm missing here. What do we got? So there's nothing. Oh yeah, there we go. All right, I'm gonna go up there. Gotta look up more. Idiot. Okay, well, look, we do this at the end of every Virtually Real. This game is, I think it's around $44. Does this get a thumbs up or a thumbs down? 2 thumbs up for me. I would pay the money and I would continue to play for sure. Yeah. This game is straight down my alley. Yeah. Single player sci-fi adventure. Yeah. With some exploring and with some shooting, a puzzle here and there. It's good. And it's just good use of VR. Like you kind of, for VR, you want a story, you want an immersive world, and it just uses VR really well. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, I'd just like to say that memberships are now live on the channel. So if you'd like to see Corey's full playthrough of Hubris, then for a price of a cup of coffee, you can see his full playthrough and all my friends that come over to play VR. There's hours and hours and hours of content. If you join, it really helps us out here on the channel. All money made will be poured straight back into the channel doing giveaways or buying Corey cups of coffee. 1 or 2. Yeah, 1 or 2. All that's left to say is thank you, Corey, for coming over and playing Hubris. My pleasure, kids. Thank you. Thank you at home for watching. Stay virtually real. Bye. So, why are Scandinavians so good at swimming? Why are Scandinavians so good at swimming? They've got fins.